life we choose.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I am Daisy Courtney. Today I'm here to do a makeup look, and while I'm doing a makeup look, I'm going to be running my mouth and yapping. I'm looking at, if you guys ever see me looking behind the camera, I'm looking behind the camera because I have the makeup look on my computer right here so I can recreate it. But I'm not going to do too much talking in the intro. I want to get into this makeup look. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, turn on your post notifications, and I want to thank you guys for being here. So let's get into it right now. I did my skincare off camera. Now I'm just going to, you know, prep my face and get to running my mouth. And like I said, if you guys see me looking behind the camera, it's because the makeup look is behind the camera on my computer. But okay, so the thing about it is, okay, so what I want to talk about today is doing it alone. And I know you guys may be like, what? So when I do sit down talking videos, I'm talking to my younger self because I feel like my younger self needed so much guidance and was looking for so many answers, and also had, you know, so many things she was going through but she wasn't addressing. So I want to talk about doing it alone. And I know you guys may be like, what are you talking about? Like, what does that mean? So what I mean by doing it alone is, right, and like I said, when I do this, I'm talking to my younger self because she was so lost and she needed so much guidance, right? Not so, well, she was just young going through things, but I like to talk to my younger self, and I like to give myself some type of closure and some type of answers for certain things that, you know, I was going through, right? And what I mean by this, I feel like when I was younger, hold on. I'm trying to color correct my hyperpigmentation. Give me a second. Okay, when I was younger, I feel like something I always wanted was like my people. Like, I wanted to have my village. And what I mean by that is, like, growing up, you know, my mom had us spread out. So my brothers are 10 years apart, and then me and my older brother is 7 going on 8 years apart, right? So I was like kind of like the only child, and I was the only girl, so I was the only child, like, right? So by the time my mom had me, my oldest brother was like 18, and then my other brother was 8, right? So with that being said, I kind of was always like the only child, and I was the only girl, so I just always felt like I was always looking for, like, kind of like, not like a sisterhood, but I was looking for my community. Like, I was always looking for, you know, like, companionship. And I feel like that's something that a lot of humans look for, like companionship and like maybe a brotherhood or a sisterhood or something, because you know as humans, that is something that we need: social interaction and connection. And I feel like I was always, what is this? I'm going to use this powder to set my color corrector. I feel like I was always looking for that, right? Like, I was always looking for like a sisterhood, or like, I wasn't looking for many friends, but I wanted, like, you know, maybe 1-2 good homegirls. And I feel like I always struggled, and I think that sometimes I even put up with a little bit too much because I wanted friends, and I was tolerant to a lot of stuff because I wanted friends. But as I got older, I realized that I had to do it alone, right? And I realized how much I was able to accomplish alone and like by myself. And when, hold on, I realized how much I was able to accomplish like by myself and alone. And for so long I will always struggle to make friends, and I will always feel like, dang, everybody has like a support system, everybody has like friends that'll ride for them, and I felt like every time I went through something or anything, I was always left out, and I was always left out to fend for myself, right? And I was always like kind of by my lonesome. Like no matter how much time and energy I invested into friendships, people kind of always let it be known, like they always kept me at like a distance, I would say, until they needed something or until they didn't have nobody else to run to, right? That's how I always felt. So I started to feel like I would always feel like, dang, what's wrong with me, right? Like what did I do? Like why everybody acting funny with me, right? Like even in like college, like I went to college with some people and they would like all hang out and they like wouldn't like invite me, and I would peep like, oh, okay. And I'm one of those people that like once I notice something, I can't not notice it. You get what I'm saying? Like I can't act like, hold on, like once somebody is being funny, I can't act like I don't see it or I don't know what's going on. Like I cannot act like I don't know what's going on or I don't know what's being done. And I think that when I was like younger, I would kind of like try to turn a blind eye, but I've always been a very observant person. So I would always kind of observe stuff like that. Like, this person is not really my friend, or I would watch how much grace and empathy other people got and how hard I felt like people was on me, even adults. And I would always feel like that, like, dang, everybody always gets so much grace and empathy, but when it comes to me, people kind of just, they do not care about my feelings. They do not care about me like that, right? And I think that growing up, like, I just wanted that. Like, I wanted a sisterhood. I wanted, you know, like friendships. I didn't want to be friends with everybody, but I wanted, like I said, I wanted my people. And I think that something I realized was that I had to do it alone. Like no matter how hard I tried, people always kind of acted funny, and I'm very observant, so I would notice how people treated others versus how they treated me. And like I said, I would watch how people had so much empathy and grace with other people, but when it came to me, people would make it clear like, girl, we do not mess with you like that. And I learned to like stop gaslighting myself and stop allowing people to gaslight me, because people will also do things indirectly. Like people wasn't like directly telling me to my face like, oh girl, we don't fuck with you, but they would make sure like they would say it on their Finstas, or they would say it like to other people and have them bring it back to me. Like it wasn't like people was directly saying stuff to me, but they was doing it indirectly. And the thing about when people do stuff indirectly is they do it in a way to where it can be interpreted in many different ways, right? So like if somebody else hears about it, they'll be like, oh well, maybe they didn't mean it like that, right? And sometimes people tell me like, maybe they didn't mean it, and I would sometimes like be like, okay, maybe they didn't, or maybe I did do something. And I was kind of taking on too much accountability for stuff and sometimes letting things slide because I wanted a sisterhood or I wanted some type of community. And then once I got to a certain point, I was just like, no, you don't like me, and it's clear. And even if it's not clear to everybody else, it's clear to me that you're not too fond of me, right? And I learned how to do so much alone. Like I learned how to do my makeup alone. Like I started learning how to drive. I did poetry. Like I learned how to make junk cases. Like I started to get really into like creativity and art and into myself, because I started to pour more time into myself and less time into trying to find like a sisterhood and make friends, right? And I think that a lot of times teachers would notice, right? Like sometimes even adults would like pick with me, right? Like, but there was some teachers and other adults who would be like, yo, like you'll be like the next Oprah, or like you have so much potential. Like sometimes people see your potential before you do, and that also makes people jealous, right? So a lot of time people were just so mean to me, and I would just be like, damn, what I do, right? And then and I'm one of those people that I'm gonna defend myself, so I would have to defend myself. But I got to a point where I was just like, I'm tired of defending myself. Like I don't want to be that girl, right? That girl that's always in something, right? Like she's always in something, or she's always falling out with people. I didn't want to be that person. However, I just was not liking how people was picking on me, whether sometimes direct but mostly indirect, whether it was an adult or a peer. Like I don't like nobody picking on me. Like you're not going to just pick on me. And I think that because I didn't really have many allies, it was easy to do so, because a lot of people wasn't coming to my rescue, or they wasn't like coming to my aid. And like I said, a lot of people did not have like any grace for me or empathy. So a lot of people was just harder on me. And I was just always one of the people that I just always was like, dang, why everybody treat me like this? Or what did I do? And I think that I've always been a very confident person. But at some point, your confidence kind of, you start to question like yourself. Hold on. And it got to a point where people would always kind of like not have any grace for me, and I was kind of always the joke. And I got to a point like, okay, like everybody's not going to keep just picking on me, like, and you know, people always like make little jokes and like, oh, it wasn't like that. Like, yes it was, you being funny, you just thought that I wasn't gonna say nothing. And I'm one of those people that I cannot act like I didn't see what I saw, or I can't act like I didn't hear what I heard, or I can't act like what's being presented to me is not being presented to me. You get what I'm saying? Like, I can't keep turning a blind eye. Like, it's clear that y'all don't like me, even though you're not telling me necessarily like I don't like you. You're telling me indirectly. Like, people would make sure they let me know on their Finstas. People would like I would have an Instagram and people would delete my Instagram. Like, they would sit there and report my Instagram until it got deleted. This literally happened to me in 2020. Like, also, like, it just didn't stop at the high school either. People will report my page. This literally just happened to my TikTok. Like, I made a TikTok and within a week it was banned. Like, people would literally always like bully me indirectly. Like, people would pick with me indirectly, and they would do it like even on social media. And like I said, like, I always felt like, dang, like, I want a sisterhood. Like, I want somebody, and I'm really close to my mom. Don't get me wrong, my mom is my best friend. Like, it's my mom, really close to my mom. However, I wanted friends outside of that. But at some point, I realized that it just wasn't working. And I wasn't willing to sacrifice myself. Like, everybody's not going to keep picking on me, so I'm not going to sacrifice myself. So if I have to do it alone, I'm just going to do it alone. Like, and I think that that's something that I applaud myself for, my resilience. Like, no matter how mean people are, like, I always, you know, like, do it alone. Like, I'm going to do it alone. Like, I'm not going to stop. So even if I have nobody cheering for me, like, I'm gonna cheer for myself, right? Even if everybody is against me, I'm going to be for myself. So I've had to learn to like do that. And it does sometimes like suck a little bit, because sometimes, like, you know, I see people out with their friends and I be like, dang, I wish I had that. Or like, and it don't have to be a bunch of people, just one, right? But I'm also one of those people that if it's clear that you're not too fond of me, I'm not about to psych myself up to think, or if you don't have good intentions, I'm not about to like gaslight myself or lie to myself just to have you around. Like, it's just not going to happen. So if I, like I said, if I have to do it alone, I'm gonna do it alone. But I learned that while I was alone, I learned so much about myself. Like, I'm so creative, but I didn't know that, because like I said, I was always so focused on trying to like find a sisterhood and trying to find a community that I wasn't really like paying attention to myself how I should have been. And that, hold on, and that's my problem, right? That was a problem. But then again, I was a teenager, so I feel like that's a lot of teenagers' problems, right? But I think that was always me trying to find like my place with people. And I learned that the safest place for me is by myself. Like, I get a lot done, I accomplish a lot. And it's not to say that I won't never have a sisterhood or I won't ever find people, but I just wasn't going to find my people amongst the people I went to school with or the people in my neighborhood, you know? And that's fine. I'm okay with being a late bloomer, right? I've learned to be okay with being a late bloomer and just finding things later. So I think, but that's something that I struggled with as a teenager. Like, why me, right? And like I said, I didn't want to be that girl that was like always in something, but I also was that girl that you wasn't just gonna bully me. Like, you're not gonna just bully me, you're not gonna pick on me. Like, I'm going to say something, like I'm gonna give it back. Like, I'm gonna match energy. Like, that was just always me, right? But I don't think, as I've gotten older, I just don't want to be in positions where I have to defend myself. Like, I don't want to be around people that I have to defend myself against. You get what I'm saying? So for the last couple of years, I've kind of been like alone, right? And I enjoy it, right? Because I'm actually not in no drama. And what I mean by that is like, I'm not in no drama whatsoever, because I remember a time where I would just always be in drama, right? And I would be like, yo, even if it wasn't me, like people would be sending me stuff like, yo, they're talking about you on their Finsta, or oh my God, they said this about you. And I'm like, what the fuck did I do? Like, why am I being talked about? What did I do? Right? And I'm put in a position where I have to say something. Well, I don't have to say something, but at the time I felt like I had to say something. And I would just be like, people would just be picking on me, like how many likes I got on a photo, or like just making fun of me, talking about my weight, just making fun of me, and like letting me know that they did not like me. But it was like, they would never tell me to my face, and that's what I'm saying. Like, it was never direct, it was always indirect. And the thing about when people do stuff to you indirectly, it's like a psychological thing, because a lot of people will take it as like, oh, well, maybe they didn't mean it like that, but you know they meant it like that. You get what I'm saying? Or like, oh, it was just a joke. But it's like, it wasn't a joke. You know how they always say it's a little truth in those jokes? Like, that wasn't a joke. Like, they were being funny. And people will try to spin it like, oh, it wasn't like that. Like, yes, it was. And even to this day, people will see me and be like, oh, hey, girl. Like, nothing happened. And I'm just like, huh? Like, what's going on? You know? And I would watch how much grace and empathy, and how people wasn't doing that to other people. Like, oh, those little jokes, y'all not really saying those little jokes to other people. Those little jokes, y'all not saying that to other people. So it's clear that that's not a joke. I'm looking at the picture behind the thing, I'm sorry. Like, it's clear that that's not a joke. You know? Like, that, hold on. Like, it's clear that certain shit, like I said, wasn't a joke. Like, that wasn't a joke, babe. Like, that wasn't a joke. Like, you're not joking. Like, you wasn't joking. You was trying to be funny. And a lot of times people would try to paint it out like, oh, we were just joking, or oh, like, like, that's not what's going on. Like, I'm not dumb, right? So it's like, that's not what's going on. Y'all are not just joking. It's not just a joke. Like, that's not a joke, right? And a lot of times people make it seem like, oh, it wasn't like that, or oh, like, we wasn't trying to be funny. Yes, it was. It's even people who have went out their way to try to like be my friend and recruit me, and then try to like bully me, like indirect jokes, trying to be funny. And it's like, like, you're not bullying me. Like, like, I'm not one for that. So as I've gotten older, I realized that, like, you know what, you're gonna have to do it alone. Like, you may not have friends, you may not have a lot of people that's gonna clap for you, you may not have a lot of people that's for you, but you have to be for you. Like, you have to do it alone. And like I said, it sucks, especially when you're young, because you want, hold on, I'm trying to focus and do this. Multitasking is not my strongest suit, but I'm doing the best I can. But it's like, I want to make sure that, like, even if like everybody else is against you, you have to be for you, right? Like, even if everybody else is trying to make a mockery out of you or trying to laugh at you, you have to make sure that you're for you and that you're okay, right? Like, that you love yourself and you love what you do. People have always tried, ever since I was a kid, like even as a kid, adults would try to make me insecure, and it was some adults who like saw the potential in me. And that's something I've been thinking about, and I realized, like, people see the potential in you before you see the potential in you, right? I'm looking in the mirror, and people see the potential in you before you do, right? And they will see, I'm trying to make sure my eyes are even, and they will see how far you can go. Like, they will see, like, oh, this person could go far, or this person has a certain personality that can make them a star. This person has a knowledge, and this person is very wise, right? People will always tell me that, like, yo, you're really classy, or like, you're really wise, or like, you don't take no bullshit, right? I had a professor tell me this my freshman year, and she wrote me an email, and she was like, you know, it was a great pleasure having you. You know, like, you take nobody's bullshit, and like, you are like amazing person, keep going, you know. And this lady had me for 2-3 months, which is, what is the semester, 3 months? So yeah, from September to December. So what's that, 3 months? Like 3.5 months she had me. And she knew, like in 3 months, in 90 days or less, right? She knew. And sometimes people could see that about you, and they will try to humble you and try to make sure like they hurt your feelings and try to make sure that you are so insecure that you don't have the courage or the confidence to keep going. And I remember that, like, people always trying to make sure that like I did not feel confident in myself, and people always trying to make sure they would crack a joke, even like trying to like crack little jokes and make little jokes. And it's like and I would always just kind of be like damn, like what did I do? Okay, I might have messed that up. Yeah, I don't like that black. That black was a little too pigmented. A lot of times people will see your confidence, they will see your light, they will see your potential before you do. And they will, or even at the same time you do, and they will make sure, they will try to humble you and make sure that they hurt your feelings bad enough so that you can know, so that you can feel like you are not worthy, so you can feel as though that you should stop, right? Whatever it is, people would always like pick on me, even adults. Like, I remember people used to literally try to pick with the fact that I was observant. I remember that, like, oh, you notice everything. Like, why is that a bad thing, being observant? That could actually save my life, right? And I remember people being mad about that, like, I'm observant. And I look at those people now, and, well, it's safe to say they should have been more observant, right? Like, you should have been more observant. You should have known better, you know? But sometimes people try to make you feel so bad about yourself, and they'll disguise it as like little jokes or like little stuff like that. And it's like, no, like, you being funny. And I will watch, like I said, I'm observant, so I will watch how like other people didn't get those little jokes. Like, those jokes wasn't told to other people. And it's like, like, it's clear you don't like me, right? And that's the thing, like I said, when people do stuff to you indirectly, it's one of those things where it's indirect. So it's one of those things where people, they can always play it off, right? Like, oh, it's just a joke, or oh, I didn't mean it like that. Like, yes, you did. You're trying to be funny. And people would sometimes recruit me, like, even that, like, go out their way to be my friend, and then like start trying to make like jokes about me, jokes about my weight, like, and it's like, girl, you're not, like, like, and people be so mad that I wouldn't allow them to bully me. Like, no, you're not bullying me. No, I'm not sitting here standing for it. No. And people would be so upset about that, like, and then they would try to flip it like, oh, she thinks she's better than people, or oh, she's bougie. No, you're not bullying me. No, and no, I'm not. No, you're not gonna sit here and try to shatter my confidence. And people would try, like, they would really try it, like, oh, you're gonna make sure they try to shatter your confidence so that you don't have, like I said, the courage to keep going, or you don't have the confidence to keep going, or to really like put yourself out there, because people have made sure that they tried to make you feel bad. Like I said, like, people would try to make me feel bad, and then when that wouldn't work, people would sit there and literally report my Instagram until it got deleted. Like, they would make sure that they made it clear, like, we do not like her. Like, they would make comments about my likes. Like I said, somebody made a comment like, oh, she only gets like 40 likes on her pictures. Like, people would try to make sure they made me feel bad on every avenue. Like, if they couldn't make comments about my weight, they would make comments about my hair, about my likes, get my Instagram. Like, they was gonna make sure, like, we're like, and they would never, like I said, people wouldn't say it directly, but they would say it on the internet, right? So then they would give everybody else a platform to disrespect me and say what they want. And I think that I kind of will always feel like, damn, like, what the fuck I do? Like, oh, what did I do? Like, and they will always try to play it off like, oh, it wasn't like that. Like, oh, it wasn't, like, it wasn't like that, or oh. And they would try to like slide in a little comment. I remember somebody wrote something, and then I asked them about it, and then they like edited what they said. And I remember the person that sent it to me was like, she didn't say it like that. Like, that wasn't what was there initially. right? Like she edited, right? And then try to throw in a little comment like, oh, but she dressed nice though. Like throwing a little comment after trying to be funny. Like, girl, you trying to be funny. And like I said, I'm one of the people that I like, we're not playing those games. But as I've gotten older, I learned, like I said, that, hold on, let me see if I have a little piece of hair. I need a tweezer. Okay. I would feel like, okay. Hold on. Okay. I needed a tweezer. I would just be like, all right, you know what? I'm going to have to do this alone, right? And like I said, it would feel so bad. Like, damn, everybody has somebody. And like, even when I would go through stuff, people would laugh. Nobody would defend me, or people would support me in private, right? And it's just like, oh, like, I just realized that, like, dang, I don't have nobody to like ever have my back. Nobody like steps for me. Nobody like defend, like, no matter what. People was always kind of like, oh, like, you know how people always want to play neutral, or like make it clear like, oh, like, you know, like, oh, I'm cool with them. So it's always kind of like everybody had somebody, and then it just always made me feel like, damn, well, I don't have no allies. Like, no matter how hard I tried, no matter how kind I was or how nice I was to people, it just did not, like, people just never fuck with me like that. Like, okay. So I just kind of started to realize, like, it's okay to do it alone, right? And like I said, it doesn't mean that I'm never going to have people, or I'm never going to have a strong friend group or a support system. It's just, it's not going to maybe be with the people I thought it would have been with, or it's not going to be how I thought it would have been. And that's fine, you know? I'm trying to recreate this look. However, oh, here's the other palette. The black is a little too dark for me. So I'm not going to use black. Give me a second, y'all. I'm trying to recreate this look, but I don't like the black shadow. The black shadow is too much for me. Okay, this is not bad. We could do this. We could work with this. And I think that people just never extended no grace to me. And I would just realize that, like, okay, it's clear that y'all not messing with me. Like, so I have to go where I'm celebrated and not tolerated. But when I was young, I just could not figure that out. Like, damn, what was wrong with me? Or like, dang. And like I said, I did not want to be with that girl who was just like always in problems. But people will always just pick with me. And I would be like, oh my God. Like, I was always put in positions where I had to defend myself. Like, or I had to say something. Or I got to get into it with somebody. Because it's like, you're not picking with me. Like, I'm not going to let you bully me. But I would just always feel like, dang, other people don't have to go through this. Like, so why do I have to go through this? Like, dang, other people kind of had their friends. And I used to be so jealous of the people who was never in drama. Like, they're never in, oh shoot, I'm sorry. Drama, like, other people was never in no drama. And I always felt like I was always one of the people that was in drama. Like, I'm always in drama. Even if I'm not starting it. Like I said, somebody's sitting here reporting my Instagram incessantly. And like and it didn't happen one time, but what happened multiple times. Like, damn, like I had like 3 Instagrams in a matter of like a month. Like, people was reporting my pages left and right, like did not like me and was reporting me. And I'm like, damn, other people don't go through this. So a lot of times when I went through stuff, I would feel so alone, because it's like I don't have nobody that could relate to me, nobody to talk to, and everybody just kind of like, damn, that's crazy, you know? Like, and I think, like I said, as a teenager, I just didn't understand it. Like, damn, why am I going through this? But as an adult, you know, I can handle it better now because I'm an adult and I'm more mature now, right? And I'm more aware of what's going on. But when you're 15, 16, stuff like that, and 17 years old, and you going through stuff, you really don't understand what's going on. Like, you don't, like, you understand what's going on, but you don't understand why, right? And I think that that's how I felt for a long time. Like, damn, what's wrong with me? Or dang, like, what did I do to deserve this? And I just didn't understand it. Like, I didn't understand. But now I'm older and I do. And I think that that's what I guess God was calling me for. Like, girl, do it alone. Like, you know, like, do it alone. Like, you don't need to be up in everybody's face. You don't have to, you know, depend on other people for inclusion and for your happiness. But like I said, as a teenager, you want that, right? Like, and I think that by the time I kind of got to like senior year, I kind of was like, okay, like I'm over people. Like, okay, enough is enough. And the thing about doing your makeup is you look crazy. And I learned to love myself. Like, I've always loved myself, but I learned to like depend on myself for like my for inclusion. And you know, like, I learned to stop waiting around for people and realize that like my worth wasn't dependent upon others, you know. So like I said, I learned to do it alone. Like, I'm gonna enjoy myself, I'm gonna enjoy my life with or without company. And I prefer my own company now. Now that I've gotten older, I do like my own company. So I'm not gonna even sit here and pretend. Like, I love my company. Like, I love to be alone. I do. Like, I do like to be alone. I like to have to just worry about myself and my feelings, and I don't have to worry about nobody else's feelings or anybody else's insecurities. Like, I just like to be by myself. It's not bad. That's what it is. Sometimes you have to just like learn to do stuff by yourself. Like, you know what? Forget it. It doesn't mean that you're never gonna find somebody. It doesn't mean that you're never gonna have like your community. It just not with who you thought it was, and not at the time you thought. Right? Maybe should I put a little let me see. I'm looking at the picture behind. Let me pull it up on my phone. Let's put a little sparkle. Let's put a little sparkle. Why not? So, yeah. But that's just that. But I've learned to just be for myself. Like, if everybody is against me, I'm gonna be for me. Even if I've always been for me, don't get me wrong. Like, I've always been for myself, right? But it's extra strong now. Like, I'm about to go in with diamond dust and put a little bit of glitter. Give me a second. But yeah. So that's that. But I think that something I don't ever like try not to fault people for is, hold on, I try not to fault people for wanting a community, like when like, or wanting, my back is killing me, god damn, like for wanting inclusion and like wanting so I'm just learning to like just be for myself. And I haven't had friends in years. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm turning into a recluse. And I'm fucking this liner up, but I'm gonna go with concealer. I'm gonna clean it up, don't worry. But okay, this is my wing. It probably look crazy, but I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna, what's the name? She looks like she has glitter on her wing. Baby, I'm not doing no glitter. I'm gonna do me some rhinestones and that's it. I'm not doing no glitter now. But yeah, I've learned to just like stay to myself, and I like it because I'm just kind of, I don't have to think about nobody's feelings. I'm gonna use this makeup today. I've never used this before. Let's try it. I don't gotta think about nobody's feelings. I don't have to put nobody first, right? Like I don't have to put anybody first at all. Like I don't have to consider anybody's feelings, which is nice because I just get to just do whatever I want to do, and I'm learning to enjoy that. Like, and I just kind of do what I want to do. Like I move to the beat of my own drum, and it's fun, and that's so fun. But I am having a lot of fun because I'm just kind of just doing whatever, you know? Like I don't feel like I don't have to think about nobody, I don't have to impress nobody. Like I just kind of do what I want to do. Like, oh, okay. Just do whatever I want to do and see where it takes me. Lord. So I feel like I had so much more to say, but like I said, multitasking is not my thing. Multitasking, right? Multitasking, it ain't my strong suit. So I feel like I have a lot to say, and I'm probably gonna think of it once I turn this camera off, but I'm so busy trying to do my makeup that I'm not really focusing. I always have 1,000 thoughts running through my mind, and then when I get in front of this camera, now I want to shut up. And the other time, I'm running my mouth. And talking. But no, now I got the nerve to be quiet. But a lot of these foundations look so orange on me. Look at me doing ugly little makeup. Just playing in makeup, having a ball. But yeah. know if it's just me, but I think I'm at a point now where a lot of the stuff I do is for me and truly for me and my entertainment and my happiness. Like, and not due to societal pressures or social media pressures, but it's really for me, you know? Like, I'm doing this for me. Do I look cute or do I look ugly? Well, I know one thing is for certain. This wing, they are very much different. Okay, that's cute. I think I'm just having fun now. Like, I think I'm at a point where I don't want to waste my time worrying about other people, and I don't want to deal with anybody else's insecurities. Like, I'm realizing, like, that's not my battle to really fight or deal with. I'm having a ball by myself. Like, I'm gonna have fun by myself because I don't know what can happen tomorrow, when I might go, what, just, you know, like, anything can happen. So I'm gonna make sure that I have a ball today, you know. Here's the concealer I was just looking for. I'm gonna have a ball today because tomorrow is not promised, and like I said, I don't have no problem doing it alone. Like, I have I have no problem just doing it alone, like, and just doing things for the plot. Like, I'm gonna make myself happy. This is my story, and I'm gonna do whatever I feel like I need to do to make my story as fun as it needs to be. And I'm also gonna be obedient to God. Maybe God does not want me to have people during this season. Maybe God, and I think that's also why God separated me, because I look at how certain situations played out for people, and I think God knew, like, I do not want you a part of that foolery. Truthfully, I do. I think God knew, like, like, I have something way greater in store for you, and I don't need you being around people that don't like you, and people that don't wish you well, and people that's on a wrong route. Cause I have accomplished a lot, and people always tell me that, and I think that's what God knew. Like, baby, there's a bigger picture, right? Like, there's a way bigger picture, and there's something I have even greater in store for you. So I've learned to just be obedient and learn to just, like, surrender. Like, sometimes things just ain't going how I want. It doesn't mean things are not working out. It's just they ain't going how I want them, you know? I like to round my nose when I contour. Kind of like that. I like to make like a U on my nose when I contour. I don't know why. It just makes sense. it was something I had to do. But take your time when y'all doing your makeup. I'm dizzy, damn. Like I just like a wave of dizziness just came over me. What the fuck? What color was this? This black? What's there a name on it? Dark brown, black. Okay. What does it say? Brown. Okay. Now I'm sitting here crying. Lord have mercy. Okay. Okay, that's cute. That's decent. I hate when I use like I hate powders. If I always say this when I do makeup, powder is the step that I do not like. It's the step that I'm not the happiest to do. I'm always the least excited to do powder. But I will press it into my skin. We have to find a better step than this because I just do not like doing powder. Like I just don't know what it is, but I hate the powder step. Do y'all like it? When y'all do your makeup, do y'all like to do powder? Like that's the step. I know some people love the baking step. I hate baking. Like It's like ew. Like all of my glow just goes away. Okay, I'm like footage of mine is literally like I don't have no footage. It's about to stop recording. Let me delete some footage and I'll be back. Okay guys, I'm back. I'm wiping off the product from the back of my hand where I had the powder and stuff, but yeah, this is kind of cute. All right, so now I'm going to put on, I did my powder. Now I'm gonna do blush. I have these blushes from the NYX. I want to try this. Give me a minute. Oh, it smells good. Oh my god, it smells so good. These smell good. It smells like straight candy. Take your time. It's very pigmented. It smells like straight candy. This is cute. Wow. Look at that. Oh, it's really pretty too. Oh, this is cute. What shade is this? My Butter Half. This is cute. Oh my god, it's like the baby pink one. This is cute from NYX. Really cute. I like this. Really cute. Cute. I'm using this. Yeah, this was necessary because sometimes you need that setting spray to like melt everything in so it don't look all buttery. I mean, it don't look all powdery. Ooh, these is big. She has some big lashes. Did I put these? These are big lashes. Like, I haven't wore big lashes in a minute. This is crazy, y'all. Like, I don't think I want to put this on. This is mad big. Hold on. You know what? Fuck it. Fuck it. Let's do it. Fuck it. Let's do it. Eyelash glue stinks so bad to me. It don't matter what it is. It just stinks. This is too much lash. This is too big. I'm sorry. It's just too excessive. This shit is humongous. These are too big as well. These big ass lashes. But I do kind of want to put some on. But it's like, dang, these lashes is so big. I just think they're too big. Like, these are big as hell too. That was really a vibe back then. Like 2-3 years ago, 25 lashes. It's like, girl. You know what? Let me try. Y'all, I can't believe I spent my money on stuff like this at one time. Y'all, this shit looks nuts. This looks crazy. Like, the fact that people used to wear, I used to wear stuff like this is crazy. Like, like I could barely hold my eye open. Crazy. This is crazy. This is crazy. Like, oh my god, y'all, this is nutty. This is crazy. I'm not wearing this. I'm sorry. Like, do y'all still wear 25 lash? Yeah, I don't wear stuff like that. Like, I'm too grown for. Then I'm gonna go on with mascara because my lashes is all dusty and dirty, and I don't need to use this one because this one is open. My lashes is all dusty from like the powder and stuff. My back is like hurting. Like, oh my god, I've been sitting in this chair for over an hour. Mama's is tired. Oh my god. But see, this is why I like not having no friends or nothing, because I just could be in my own little world, just laughing to myself, having a ball, acting like a fucking nutcase. And who's gonna judge me? I'm gonna use Creme Brulee by NYX. Take your time when it comes to your makeup. You gotta make sure you wipe off your lip gloss stick on like a what is this called? A makeup wipe. Okay, goddamn it. Whew. I done 1,000 steps and I done been in front of this camera for a minute now. It's been a long time in front of this camera. Okay? Like, it's been a minute. I'm gonna go on with this bubblegum Broadway lip gloss. I look cute. This looks really cute. See? I haven't worn lashes in a minute. This is cute though. I'm gonna go on with this L'Oreal Infallible. Damn! Wow. That was a lot. I'm going to take my hair down. All right. I have not taken my hair down in 2 or 3 days. It's been a minute. Yeah, it's been like 2 days since I took my hair down. Wow. All right. This is it. That's all. This is my look. I think it's kind of cute. I hate my wing, but who cares? Yeah. This is the look. This is what it's giving. Hold on. It's cute, right? My battery's about to die on my camera again. I need to go fix my hair, but I need to go eat. I'm lightheaded. But this is it. Yeah, this is it. That's all. This is it. This is the makeup look. This is what it's given. I will see you guys in my next video. I want to thank you guys for watching, and remember to do it alone, and to do not wait on nobody, and do not let nobody dim your light or stop you from doing things because they see your light and they see how far you can go. Don't be afraid to do it alone. So yeah, bye.